Hi there, this is Jen Grice from jengrice.com. I am a divorce and empowerment coach for women who are learning how to survive and thrive after abuse, adultery, and divorce. You can find out more about me and this ministry at jengrice.com. Today I want to talk about codependency and the narcissist and what that looks like for your healing after divorce. So first I want to talk about the narcissist's needs. So he has a need for a caretaker. The reason that you may have been called, or maybe you are codependent, is because you've been manipulated into this role. I'm not a therapist or licensed counselor. I have taken many courses and educated myself in these things. So not a replacement for a licensed therapist if you've been diagnosed. But if you haven't and you have self-diagnosed codependency, there may be something else going on. And that's what I want to share today. If this is the only relationship that you find yourself enabling bad behavior or allowing yourself to be used and abused, then you may not be codependent. As Shannon Thomas mentioned in our interview with each other, the abusers love to be dependent, loves you to be dependent on them, but they also want to be dependent on you. They create this dependency relationship right from the beginning, especially financially. It's a toxic relationship of dependence. It's kind of a you and him against the world. And so when you get in that kind of relationship, you are entangled and it's very hard to get out and seek divorce. Number two, the narcissist needs supply. Call it positive affirmation or somebody always boosting his ego, but he's constantly needing to be fed. He might say, I hate myself, and then you're expected to follow with, well, I care about you, I love you, you're great, you're wonderful. And if you don't, he's angry at you, which creates this cycle that you have to keep feeding him. As soon as you need anything or have a complaint about his behaviors, actions, how he's treating you, you're the enemy and always trying to hurt his delicate or inflated ego. So he might emotionally abuse you if you say, I need this, or when he said that, it made you uncomfortable, or when he doesn't spend time with you, makes you feel unloved. And he sees that as a personal attack. And also, the narcissist needs to be fed with new love, new excitement, not the mundane stuff of long-term secure relationships. Many narcissists, sexual narcissists, need that newness. So they're usually on dating websites while married, while dating, and especially long before you even separate. They must keep supply on the back burner for when you leave or he decides to leave you. What I want you to do to look at yourself in your relationships, look at the relationships that bring you joy, that you feel safe in, relationships where you're allowed to have boundaries and you respect the other person and they respect you in return. You can say no without them getting angry at you. And can this other person, can they take care of themselves? Like, you don't have to be their caretaker or constantly supply them with affirmation about their lives. I mean, it's one thing to occasionally need that stuff, but when we're talking over and over and over, you see the pattern, then that's a codependent relationship. But if you have the good feelings and you see the healthiness of the relationship, that's obviously not a codependent relationship, and you're capable of having them with other people. So one way to get through an over and past relationship like this is you need to take care of yourself. Your focus has been his needs constantly, and now it's time to focus on your needs. You need to take care of yourself, and it's okay to want equality in a relationship and in a marriage, because really that's how it's supposed to be. Be strong enough to walk away when a relationship is one-sided. So if you're constantly giving and he's constantly taking, there's an imbalance constantly in the relationship. And then you're always going to feel depleted, like you haven't gotten any of your needs met. Just to empower you, he doesn't need you to always take care of him. He's a big boy and he can take care of himself. Even if he's threatening suicide, that's his choice. But most times he's just using that to manipulate you. He knows what to say to get your attention, to bring you back to being the caretaker and giving him the supply that he needs. Obviously, we're not talking about relationship with somebody who is physically impaired and does need you to take care of them. Then that's a different story. I'm talking about well-bodied people who are capable of taking care of themselves. During and after divorce, this is not about him. You need to get your needs met. He may still try to be controlling things. Even if he has another girlfriend, he could still be trying to control you and the entire situation. But you need to know that you don't have to be controlled by him anymore. And you deserve care just as much as anybody else in this world. So my suggestions are to work on your emotional health with a licensed counselor or therapist. Dig deep into why you feel the need to take care of or rescue people. If this is the only relationship that you do that, then it's going to be pretty quick healing as you realize that you've been manipulated and you have been conned into this type of relationship. You just need somebody to remind you and open your eyes to equality again. And also work on the reasons why you don't believe you deserve better than this kind of relationship. Sometimes it could be issues from your childhood or just not having good, healthy relationships in your adult life. But as you work on yourself and work on the things and realize that you do deserve to have a good, healthy relationship, you will feel much better and you'll go on to see the red flags in the beginning and expect what you deserve in future relationships. I did all of this healing, and I am so thankful for the time I spent doing this for myself. I won't ever put myself in that kind of situation again. I'll be strong enough to walk away in the beginning when I see the red flags, and I'll be definitely looking for them for sure. But I'll also feel like I can ask for what I need instead of just always giving and being the caretaker. So I hope that was helpful to you today. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'd love to hear what other things you'd like to know about, what other videos that I can record, and I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for watching. Until next time, God bless.